Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Reviews with Jake, where I'm here to summon all the optimism imaginable for the best films of 2020. Full disclosure, I looked at the final list and I'm like, I'll be honest, it's a little underwhelming, gotta say. Don't get me wrong, there are some solid, awesome movies that came out this year, and they are on this list, but I don't know, it's just kind of weird to see how low the bar has been set, especially when comparing the list from previous years. That being said, I know I've said it before, and here I am saying again, next year's list, it's gonna be a dogfight, and I am here for it. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's finish off 2020 right, shall we? First up, my 3 honorable mentions. 7500, The Way Back, and Gretel and Hansel. I know you're gonna give me shit for Gretel and Hansel being on here, but I stand by it. I dug the film. I know it's not great, but it worked for me. I have no explanation for it. So with that, let's get to the top 5, starting at the top. Love and Monsters. The last film I reviewed this year left a lasting impression that frankly didn't need to last that long. Again, I enjoyed this movie. It was a fun movie, fun concept, fun world, and I soaked it all in. I feel like I shouldn't have to recap my thoughts too much. It was 3 videos ago. You want my thoughts? There you go. Number 4, The Platform. The concept of this film was amazing, and the commentary involved in it was perfect for the dog-eat-dog world of 2020. Plus, there was just one moment in this movie that was just... If you've seen the movie, you probably know exactly what part I'm laughing at. It's a level of ridiculousness that you just can't help but applaud of them actually doing it. It took balls that the rest of the movie had in excess. This film had a statement to scream at the top of its lungs at society, and I really enjoyed it. 3, The Devil All the Time. A monster ensemble of a cast that had me hooked from start to finish. Like everyone else, I watched a lot of Netflix this year, but there was no other title that I circled so boldly on my calendar like this one, and it did not disappoint. In a year of disappointments, well, it's nice to see something live up to its potential. Number 2, Relic. Just about the opposite case as The Devil All the Time, this movie snuck up on me like a mofo. I was not expecting to enjoy this movie like I did, and I loved the hell out of it. There was no better film to analyze and interpret this year than this one. It's a surefire conversation starter. And I just can't help but take my hat off to movies like that. It's movies like this is the reason why I started reviewing movies in the first place. And now, my number 1 favorite film of 2020, 1917. Don't get all technical with me saying that it's a 2019 film. It didn't get a national release until January 2020. That's when I saw it, that's when I reviewed it, and in that review I said that it would qualify for this year, and here we are. In a year in which only a quarter of the movies that I watched and reviewed happened in a movie theater, a critically acclaimed blockbuster from 2019 that kind of spills over into 2020 gray area, that's a tough thing to dethrone, and it never happened. It's like the kid in school who's held back a couple years, hits puberty before everyone else, and plays running back for the football team. He's twice their size, they hand him the rock, and he just goes. They don't stand a chance, it's not fair. This movie was a production hallmark, the long string of wonders that comprised the entire run time, the intense running sequence where he's going this way and everyone is running perpendicular to him. Intense, gives me chills every time. It was also probably the only movie that gave me the feels. I got choked up on several occasions in this movie. I don't think there was another movie that touched me emotionally anywhere close to this one. This film was just brilliant, and in a year where the caliber of films being released is down so many notches, it reigns supreme. And there it is, folks, my favorite 5 films of 2020. Yeah, sure. This concludes my first full year of doing video reviews, something I'm very proud of, the fact that I committed to it throughout the whole course of the year, especially in the midst of everything else going on. And it's also the last video you'll see in this setup as I'm about to move. This is it. I'm literally going to take down these posters immediately after filming this. The next video you see will be in 2021 in my new setup that will be probably not done, but we're going to film it anyway. So with that, thank you so much for joining me throughout this journey of 2020. It's been a weird one, kind of a drab, but hey, brighter times are ahead. So with that, I will say for the final time of 2020, this list was just me. What do you guys think? Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with new reviews coming real soon. Have a great new year, stay safe, and thanks for checking in.